Hello and welcome to the Marine Channel. Now, last year we were down in Palma and we filmed the boat next door. This is the Menorcan 55 Flybridge. It's actually a world premiere and we were lucky enough to get on board that boat. We were a little bit pushed for time, so that was the only Menorcan that we did. But everybody really enjoyed that walkthrough. So today we're jumping on to the 42 Flybridge. And I think you're going to enjoy this. One of the things that I'll point out unapologetically a lot is the use of real teak and real wood all the way around the boat. Now, I've been really impressed with some of the synthetic teaks that you can get, and I've said on other reviews how good it is. But you know what? When you get on a boat that's got real teak and real oak as beautifully crafted as this, there is a moment where you go, do you know what? You still cannot beat the real thing. And this boat has got loads of it. So anyway, here we go. So 42-foot Flybridge. We're stood at the back here on our bathing platform. It's fixed, it's not hydraulic, but you've obviously got a ladder for getting in and out. And we'll just enter here through the transom. And it's basically a bit of a blank canvas here. So we've got a little bit of seating here, which underneath, if I can do this with one hand, you'll see there's some storage. There you go, just in under there. But of course, you have got the option to put some freestanding furniture here because there is so much space. And again, I'll point it out, look at all this beautiful teak that runs all the way around the side, on top of the bulwarks, on the flooring here as well. I'll talk a little bit about the engines. So let me open up the hatch. So through the magic of television, we're now in the engine room. And there's plenty of space down here, I've got to say. So this one is running with twin Volvo Pentas, 2 times 320 horsepower. It's not a performance boat. Top speed on this is 23 knots, but it will cruise all day long at 16. And it's a category A rated boat. So proper kind of ocean going, big swells, big waves. It'll handle that very, very easily. And it's a nice installation because back here, behind our steps, we've got bundles and bundles of space. So all your paddle boards, all your bits and pieces, cushions and that when not in use can be stowed down there. So we'll shut that one down. There we go. And let's head forward a minute on the deck. Show you what we've got up at the front here. Feels an incredibly solid boat. All these handrails and so forth. Beautiful stainless steel. You can see again all the teak running round. When we get up onto the bow here, again, plenty of space. Just feels very sort of generous in terms of the space for a 42-foot boat. Big sun pad there. Obviously a hatch there. We can put an infill cushion if we want to, but that will give us light down in the cabin, which we'll have a look at a little bit later on. And then we can sit up there with the Flybridge with the bimini. So work our way back down along the side. Wind's getting up. Let's hope you don't get too much of that rustle on the microphone. And it feels almost like a boat that the family have built for themselves, because there's little touches that arguably are completely unnecessary, like this beautiful teak here on the top of the cockpit roof. She's absolutely gorgeous. And the doors here as well is a real wood. Absolutely gorgeous. Kind of thing you'd be proud of having in your home, but this is on your boat. So a little step up across the teak threshold. Now, interestingly, there's a couple of options here. So you can have galley up or you can have galley down. Obviously, this is a galley up design, and what that means is that we can have 3 cabins downstairs. If this is downstairs, we lose one of the cabins, but then this becomes, if you like, a kind of a sofa lounging area as well. But this works really, really well. Just want to point out this wood. This is this oak finish upstairs. It's this kind of, what do you say, blanched oak, is it? There you go, I've broken it already. Down here, nice big domestic size fridge. And all this lovely cabinetry all the way along here. Oven, And this is home for all your circuit breakers and switch panel. So really accessible, really easy to get to. Nice view out over the bow there. And I do like this. This does feel like a very kind of traditional helm, and I mean that in a really, really positive way. Yes, we've got Ray Marine, and we've got all the displays that we can go through here, and we can reconfigure and all that kind of stuff, control our audio. But we've also got some analog dials. There's something about an analog dial that I trust. But as it trim tabs here as well, all switches, switch gear, and then lovely again wood, absolutely gorgeous steering wheel. We've got a bow thruster as well, VHF, obviously throttle controls, and there's also access here to be able to shout out to your crew, grab the line. So that's nice, and that's also very nice for ventilation. So there you go, that's the kind of saloon area. I say, a couple of configurations. This is a really good one if you're after accommodation downstairs, because you get that extra cabin, but all beautifully finished. It's difficult to kind of express just how beautiful the woodwork is in this boat, and the boat smells gorgeous as well. You can smell the wood. Okay, so let's go down below. Gotta say, on a boat this size, this staircase is super wide. I'm a big chap, and I appreciate things like that in life. So we're going to turn left. This would be the area that if we had a galley down, we would lose. So this wouldn't be a bedroom. But on this boat, it is. So we've got a fixed double. It's down at kind of ground level. But once you're in there, there's plenty of space. Got some good natural light on the side there. And obviously we've got LED lighting and that, which gives us a lovely kind of soft glow. Plenty of cupboards in here as well. See some cushions in there. And good standing headroom in this kind of lobby area. So that's the third cabin. If we come out of there and swing back onto the starboard side, then this is our twin. So this is the configuration that would remain if even if you had the galley down, you would have this berth. So twin beds there. Step down gives you a little bit more headroom. And again, this feels like a really roomy space. It's not full standing headroom over the beds, but you don't need that. You can sit down there. Swing around here. And we have a door here, which gives us access to our ensuite. And this is also, if you like, doubling up as our day heads. So we'll see access from the main kind of lobby area in a minute. But everything you need, and we've got these retractable kind of screens. So if you are using the shower room, it's not a wet room, if you like, you can make sure that none of this lovely woodwork gets splashed. So very good indeed. So we'll shut that door. We'll make our way back out into the lobby area. And then there's our door back into that ensuite, which is our day heads. Moving forward, this is into our master. So nice big fixed double. Again, good light. Plenty of headroom in here, probably a couple of meters actually. I'm stood and I'm nowhere near the roof space. And you've also got, remember that hatch, which is, we could put an infill cushion for the sun pad, but with that one out, there's no lights on in here at the moment, and it's plenty light enough. Gorgeous cabinetry. Look at that. Everything you touch, and proper thick. I think they call it limed oak. It's got this kind of distressed look on it, which is absolutely gorgeous. You really feel the difference between this and kind of laminates. And then we've got a very generous ensuite in here. So again, we've got the glass panels. So this isn't a wet room. You can seal it off when you're having a shower. And you can remove the shower head, obviously, and all that kind of good stuff. Really nice porcelain sink. And good size floor space as well. And there's plenty of space here to kind of stand at the foot of the bed to get dressed and undressed, which is one of those things that you really appreciate when you're on board and you want a bit of privacy before you go out for the night or whatever. So back up these really nice wide steps. There's a bit of storage in here as well, I noticed earlier. Yeah. And we'll take you up onto the Flybridge. So tell us what you think. Tell us what you think of this boat. We got a really good reaction from the one next door, this 55, last year when we did the world premiere. The 42 is actually the first design of Sasga boats that they came out with. So this is the original, I guess historically the biggest seller as well. So here we are up on the Flybridge. We've got this big area here. You can store inflatables and bits and pieces, or you could probably put a couple of little freestanding chairs, or maybe you could put a kind of a sun lounge or something in there. And then you got this nice U-shape seating area with a high-low table as well. So you can lower this down and make that into a sun pad and put an infill cushion in. And then you got a proper ship's helm. So we had a wood steering wheel down in the saloon. Up here we've got a proper metal one. And that's our view out over the bow. So there you go. Tell us what you think. Have you enjoyed the tour? What do you think? Let us know. Get into the conversation. And can we ask as well, if you've not subscribed, why not subscribe? Hit the alert button. We'll let you know every time a new video is released. And yeah, keep on watching. It's why we do it. Thanks very much indeed. And we will see you soon. Bye-bye.